Hi Aries, Aditi here with Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. This is going to be your spread for the next 6 months, general. Just bear in mind that spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? All right, so we've got overreaching themes here. We've got June, July, August, September, October, and November. Pardon me, get some high quality H2O. And let's just get this party started. Okay, out the gate, a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, all right. Communication is key. Is everybody gonna get that card? And adjustments are required. Okay. All right. New romantic cycle, communication is key, and adjustments are required. All right, so let's see what we have here. So you've got the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Okay, so we've got the Prince of Wands that's really fast moving. It's fiery and it's young and fiery. Young and fiery. So, and this is, well, that makes sense that it would fall under like a new romantic cycle. And then to have the Knight of Cups right behind it, like it's just like with any new type of relationship, it always feels great. There's always the rush. There's that feeling of being, you know, on top of the world, and just that lighthearted spring in the step, you know, everything's coming up roses kind of feeling. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. And like with the Seven of Swords, it's something that you're going to want to talk about. Like, oh, yeah. Like this new interest is going to be like the only thing that it's going to be the thing that's going to be on the forefront of your mind in this new relationship when it comes in, if it hasn't already, is going to be the topic of conversation. You're going to find a way to bring this person into conversation. Communication is key, and we've got the Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Sun. The Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Sun. Like you really want this to go the distance. Like it's going the distance. It's going for speed. And with the seven, oh, we've got two sevens here. Okay. So confusion, options, many paths, caution, and the Sun. Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Sun. It's like I'm hearing don't count your chickens before they hatch. I'm also hearing fast and furious and short-lived, but necessary? Really? Under communication is key. Okay. Yeah, there's, like with the Ace of Cups, it's like, you know that this could be something special. You know that this has the potential to turn into, the Ten of Cups, which is long-term emotional fulfillment. But with the Seven of Cups here, there are options. Lots of options. Or this could be, now that you know which one you want to settle down with, you've got to let the other options go. And that they're upset about it too. There's that. But with the Sun card here, you'll hear it all the time. That's the happiest card in the deck. But what I'm getting here is the illumination of a new path. The illumination of the new path. Yeah, so communicate. Oh, I get it now. So if this is cutting away from the many to focus on a singular one and being clear about that, or having have this potential and making it clear to the options that there's no more, and you're fine with that. As a matter of fact, you're happy about the choice that you've made. Next up, adjustments are required, and we have the Five of Swords, the Four of Cups, and Justice. Yeah, if that isn't justice, I don't know what. I mean, if that isn't adjustments, I don't know what is. Because with the Five of Swords, that's, constant conflict. That's no one wins. And the Five of Swords, this is one of those situations where nobody wins. Or it's an empty victory. Because it was done at the expense of someone. And with the Four of Cups here, it's like this is, you've had it so good that you're bored with this particular situation. Like, back to these choices, you could have had so many choices that you're just like, ugh, I'm so bored with this. I need something. This soup tastes like horse piss. Give me something better. Like, it's that energy. And then you've got the Justice card coming up behind that. So either you are bored with the conflict and Spirit is coming in, and Spirit is also bored with the conflict. And so Spirit's like, okay, this is it. All right, everybody out. Clean the slate. Here we go. This is what you got. Okay. That's definitely going to be an adjustment. So let's come down here. Let's see what we got for September. You've got the Five of Swords again. The Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So Five of Swords, same card, different decks, Five of Swords. So this energy is still around. in September. But it's because it's going behind you, it's more of like a nostalgic kind of thing. It's the pain that was necessary, even though it was an empty victory, like you've learned from it, and you can take the message, you can take the lessons that you learned from this empty victory, and you know going forward how to apply these lessons so that it's going to be more beneficial to you in the long run. Right? This is, when we're looking at the Six of Pentacles, we're talking about having enough and having enough to save for later. It's like going from living from paycheck to paycheck to actually having a savings, you know, kind of thing. And then you've got the King of Pentacles right behind that. So yes, it hurt, and what seemed, or what was at one point an empty victory actually turns out to be very beneficial for you. And not just in your emotional life, but also with your resources, with your net worth, with your tangibles. And then October, we have the Six of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. The Six of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So it's about, because we're talking about moving from the 5 to the 6. So struggle on all sides to moving to a more peaceful solution, right? And the peace of having something either be correct or incorrect, and not having any gray area between it. It's like I'm hearing a clean cut or a clean break, right? And then we've got the King of Wands here. So not only is this giving peace in the head, it's also, it's also beneficial to, why the root? Okay. It's also beneficial to the root, because when your head is clear, then your root is activated. Okay. When your head is clear, then the root is activated, which means that you can use this information surgically. You can use the right tools for the job, because the top and the bottom are in agreement. Because the base and the crown are in agreement. Wow. Because the base and the crown, when the base and the crown are in agreement, you have a clearer vision on what tools to use. Communication is key. You can speak clearly. You can you'll be able to make your needs known clearly. Okay, I see that. And then adjustments are required. We have the Hermit, we have the Four of Cups again, and we have the Knight of Wands. Aren't you here again? Okay, all right. So the Hermit, the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. So with the Hermit, this talks about stealing away to gain deeper knowledge. Separating yourself from the masses to cultivate your relationship with spirit, with yourself, with the God in you, with the divine, right? And building that. And then you've got the Four of Cups. And while this Four of Cups, yes, it talks about, being bored and not, and taking things for granted, right? In this deck, it's more about that Ace here and how it's going to benefit you moving forward. Because this here is the way that this particular card is depicted. It's talking about the generations, it's talking about lineage, it's talking about heritage, and you have the needle and the thread intertwined, letting us know that these are the ties that bind, right? And so right here with the fetus, it's the Ace that comes from spirit. This is the special family member. And in this case, we're talking about you, right? We're talking about you here and how you tie into the generations before you and how you tie into the generations after you. And because you get so caught up in your own world, you lose sight of that because you're, wrapped up in it. Because you're wrapped up in it, you lose sight of it sometimes. And then with the Knight of Wands here, this is, finding or getting back in touch. And we literally we ended where we began. Both of these are Knight of Wands cards. However, with this one, this Knight of Wands knows that, yes, there's a lot of passion there and it's fiery, but the Knight knows that this energy is to be used for covering a lot of ground, getting a lot of work done in a short period of time. It's like when you're running and the conditioning that a sprinter needs is much, much different than the conditioning that a long distance runner needs, right? Because there are adjustments that need to be made. So you could be thinking about, or had been up until now, thinking or focusing on the short term as opposed to the long term, or vice versa. And now it's time to make changes with how you apply your energy, because now, notice the crossroads here, you're going to have a new job to do. You're about to get some new marching orders. And so what has been working up until now is being called into question. Not called into question. There's a light being shown on it now, because you have to make changes. You're about to do a different job, which requires a different set of skills. Okay, Aries, thank you so much for spending time with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and good to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.